it's Songbird, and it is the month of February, which marks 2 years since I've transitioned from traditional to digital art. And so, to celebrate, I decided to step back into my roots. I recently got this set of acrylic markers from ARRTX, which I'll be using today. They were so kind to send this to me, and it's got 60 colors, I believe. Got a little note right here saying thank you, and thank you right back. I haven't done traditional art in a while, so since these are acrylic markers, I'm kind of hoping that it'll help ease that transition right back. So, speaking of which, let's just get straight into it. Alright, so for today's video, I was super indecisive on who I should draw. I actually had like 2 other sketches before this that I kind of just threw out the window because I was like, this is not gonna work. But after some ruminating, I'm sorry, I chose Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunters. I love her color palette, especially her outfit at the end of the movie of when they sing, What It Sounds Like. And so I thought it'd be a great fit since the markers I'm using, they have a lot of color variety, and I thought, why not match that up with like that whole rainbow honeymoon thing they had going on at the end. I remember watching K-pop Demon Hunters for the first time so vividly because I forgot what number it was, but the Amazing Digital Circus had just dropped an episode that Friday, I'm assuming. So I was already on Netflix and I saw K-pop Demon Hunters and I was like, I remember seeing this on Instagram because I follow Sony Animations on my personal. So I was kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, my expectations were kind of low because the concept didn't really speak to me at first. But I was like, you know what? It's Sony, like the art looks good, the animation looks good. Hey, I love musicals, so why not give it a shot? And so I did. I remember watching it and I was like, the opening scene itself, I was like, wait a second, this might be peak. I forgot what it's called. It was like that beginning song with the ancient hunters, that song, like ethereal. I was so shocked when I heard that and I was like, wait a minute, K-pop Demon Hunters, you guys are onto something. And then it kept going on and I love how, I'm saying love a lot, I love how they characterize Rumi so much, especially that one scene, I think it was during when they were performing Golden and she was having trouble with her voice. There's that scene where they kicked in that little lullaby, I guess, with Celine, and I was like, chills. I was like, whoa, wait, this is really cool. And so, not only that, but I just love how this movie kind of became like a source of representation for Asian girls out there. Because I remember when I was little, growing up with all like these cartoons, and like the closest thing, at least for me, for what I was exposed to as a kid, was Mulan, and like that was it. We only had Mulan as our Disney princess. Don't get me wrong, she's amazing, but knowing now that there's so many like Asian American girls out there that are like looking at Huntrix and they're like, whoa, that's me, or even better, they're like, whoa, that's my culture, like the language, the food, the music, all of that stuff, it must be so wonderful. And I love how K-pop Demon Hunters is kind of, not, how do I word this, not burst out of its shell, but going beyond its target audience. And I know people have mentioned this before, but the amount of hype that it received, especially from children, it reminds me so much of that hype around Frozen, and I was a Frozen kid through and through. I remember watching Frozen for the first time, and like, although it's not the same because I'm not a kid anymore, but I can definitely imagine, being that like age again and seeing K-pop Demon Hunters, man, my world would have been rocked. I think last year, me and my friends went to that special like sing-along screening, oh my god, I can't talk, screening of K-pop Demon Hunters that they had for like one weekend. I know they did it again afterwards, but I think ours was like around October, Halloweenish maybe. And I remember going there and we were so, not shocked, but kind of just, we adored, not adored, guys, I don't have words today. We kind of were just admiring like how many like mothers and like fathers and children that were there, and like the little girls that were dressed up as like Huntrix. That was adorable. I saw so many mini roomies that day. I was like, oh, this is so sweet. It's literally the cutest thing ever, especially when a film is able to, you know, get whole families to like get up and go out somewhere and enjoy and then bond over a piece of art. Not to like glaze or anything, but I seriously feel like K-pop Demon Hunters was just kind of the movie that we needed for a while. And to segment back to art, because I am drawing right now, I do want to talk about how I started digital art. I kind of touched on it briefly during my Q&A video, but I made my first piece of digital art on February 22nd, 2024. We are a tad bit off the second anniversary, but we're still in the same month, thankfully, so I can still say it's a second anniversary. I started digital art because, I'm not gonna lie, it's because I got lazy while doing traditional art, which is kind of funny because I am drawing right now. I was doing fan art and I could not, for the life of me, like fully color through the character with color pencils. I got too tired and I was like, okay, what if I try to color this digitally, more specifically with the bucket tool? So I downloaded IBIS Paint on my phone, and then the rest was history. But to be honest, before that, I never really saw myself doing digital art, and that's mainly because since I've been doing traditional for so long, just, you know, sketches and stuff, I was so scared to color things, because whenever I did color things, they wouldn't end up looking good. I didn't really understand color, so I did know that a huge part of digital art was, you know, the whole coloring process and layers and clipping, and I did not know what clipping was until last year. And another thing was the fact that I don't have a tablet or like stuff like that. iPad, same thing. So I'm using my phone. And I'm still using my phone to draw. But back then I was like, drawing on my phone with my finger? Like, is that even possible? So yeah, there was definitely like a transition phase, like right now, going back to traditional after such a long time with digital. It's hard, but honestly, the best advice I can give is just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. You don't have to be too serious about it. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Most of the digital art that I did early on that really helped me improve was me drawing during class. So don't do what I did. Pay attention, please. But do draw in your own free time. You know, try to get used to the tools, the mediums, what you do. Also, watch videos, watch tutorials. I didn't. I'm still learning things, and for some reason, I'm still not watching tutorials. I need to fix that. Art is forever going to be like a learning process, and sometimes you'll never be satisfied. Speaking of which, here's the finished Rumi drawing with the ARRTX markers. Thank you again to ARRTX, but I'm also very much in theme, not satisfied. But let's move on to digital. This was the drawing that I did of Rumi, same exact drawing. I actually used a picture of what you just saw as my reference, trying to compare and contrast and kind of see where my strengths and weaknesses are. And to be honest, I did have a feeling that the digital version would look better than the traditional version, and that's mainly just because I've just been doing digital art a lot more these days. I don't even think I've fully done an actual piece of art traditionally in those 2 years. I've just been straightforward digital art all the way. So it's kind of cool to, test myself and have a point of reference to be like, hey, this is the same drawing. Do it traditional, do it digital. And just look back on those pieces, analyze it, kind of see where you're at, and kind of just build upon it. I will not lie though that the acrylic markers do kind of emulate that digital vibe, if you know what I mean, like the colors being super vibrant, super solid, and the best part is that you can just paint over it when it dries, so you can just go over your mistakes. Kind of like on digital art where you can just double tap. I'm not gonna lie, I have double tapped on paper before. Yeah, not my proudest moment. Anyways, it was a bit rough doing traditional art again, but it's relaxing too. Just as the same way that digital art for me can also be frustrating, but also relaxing. The thing is, both mediums obviously have their own perks and downsides, and although I do still prefer digital art, I think traditional art will just always have a special place in my heart because that's where I started. And for a lot of us, that is where we all start. So, no matter how much more time I spend digitally these days, I think I'll, always make time to doodle in my sketchbook. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.